G'day and welcome to my channel. My name's Ethan and it's great to have you here. Hopefully this is part one of a long series where I take you through what it's sort of like to run a business here in Australia. I live in South Australia and sort of for the last 5 years I've been running a part-time videography and photography business, and this year I've sort of taken the step to try and make my business a little bit more, successful and flourishing. So the idea behind this series is really just to try and give you a bit of a background into what it's actually like to run a business, the ins and outs. Hopefully we can share a lot of highs and maybe we'll share a few lows as well. But ideally it's just to sort of showcase what it's like to run a videography business, and hopefully you can learn something along the way. It's a great way for me to just document and look back and sort of see where I've come from as well. So hopefully by the end of the year I'll have about 20 of these videos where we can look back, and hopefully you've learned something and I would have learned something too, and we can create a little bit more of a community where we can learn from each other. This week for me is actually pretty busy. Normally I like to start my Mondays with a bit of admin, and so that's what I've got today. I haven't got any shoots today, but over the rest of the week I've got 5 different shoots that we're going to be going to and I'll bring you along for, and so you'll get to see some of the behind the scenes stuff of what it's like to be involved in some of those different things. But today we're just jumping into some admin, and so I thought I'd just run you through a little tip that I'd learned for outreach, because it's one of those things that we have to do as business owners to try and get work, but it's not always the funnest thing to do. So I just thought I'd jump in and show you what that looks like on my computer. So you want to jump over to Google, and as you can see here, I've already started to type it in, but you want to type in site, then you want to add a colon, and then you want to add a website. So if I was to do Instagram, instagram.com, then in quotation marks, you want to add in a keyword that you might be looking for. So I'm going to make sure that I'm highlighting Adelaide. And then in another set, you're going to put in at gmail.com. Now that could be at Outlook or out anything. And then all this is going to do is Google's going to then show me websites that have Adelaide and at gmail.com in that person's Instagram site. So if I hit Google search, it's then going to put up a massive list of all these people that have Instagram pages that have Adelaide in their page that also have an at gmail.com. So this is a really super quick way to generate tons of leads. And then what I can do is I can scroll down so that I make sure that the whole page loads. And then I can hit Command A on the keyboard and Command C or Control if you're on Windows. Come over to ChatGPT, paste all that information into your search bar, and then right up the top, obviously, you're going to need to just make a new line in here. Now I've got this prompt that I'm going to just copy paste over. Basically, all it says is all I want to do is format the information below into a table that highlights the names, emails, and businesses, but I only want to highlight the businesses that actually have an email address listed. So if I hit go on that, and it's going to just take its time, it's going to then pop out a name, an email address, and the type of business that it found on that Google page that we searched for. So as you can see, now that it's done, it's gone through and found all those accounts that have at gmail.com. It's given me their name and their business. What I could then do is just highlight the whole table, copy this, and then import it into, if I was to copy this, I could put it into a Sheets and I'd have that information just straight away. I could then go and put that into my email list or however I want to do it and send these individualized leads an email. It's a really quick way to just quickly get tons of leads for your business. So if you're ever looking to create a quick email list, that's a great way to do it. But for now, I'm going to jump on my computer, my setup, and get some editing and admin stuff done. So yeah. So yesterday I pretty much just spent the rest of the afternoon doing some admin stuff, sitting at my computer. Wasn't too much exciting, but today I was meant to have a client, but they moved it back till tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll take you through with those guys. One of the jobs that I do have though to do today is I signed an editing contract for a company in America. So they send me stuff, and then throughout different parts of the year they send me through content that they need edited. So I've got to sit down and do that today. So that's pretty well that's on the plate. Just got to sit down, get some editing done. That's, sometimes can be the bland part about it. You sit at your desk the whole time, so I try and keep it a little bit engaging, get the standing desk going, stand up, sit down. But yeah, that's on the plate for today. But first, obviously, just went and got myself coffee, nice little walk down the beach, which is cool. And then I've got some mates coming over at 1 o'clock to talk about some future business together, which will be cool. Trying to create some fashion content for her brand, which will be cool. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and I'll let you know how that went. So for my home setup, I need to, because I've changed my room around, I need to re-cable my room. So I have to go get an extension cord. So we'll grab that now, and then we'll head back and I'll show you what I'm doing to charge all my stuff, all my gear. I have it in my drawer at home, so I'll show you once we get my cord. Back home, and my room is an absolute pigsty, but I'm going to show you how the cables work, because it's kind of stupid in this room. So if you look underneath, don't mind my cable management, that is the only power source that I have for the room, so I have to run everything off of it. And so be careful that I don't surge everything. So I run a power extension cable around the edge of the room so that I can light up my cabinet that you've seen before. And then what I've done is, obviously I have to power my computer that runs here. But what I've done is I've set up the top drawer of this dresser. Again, it's a mess because I need to rejig and sort it all out after moving it. But I've rigged it up so that I can charge everything in here, but I need to power this. And so I run a extension cable through the back of the drawer. And so I need to now obviously tidy this up and manage it all and get it sorted so that when I come to charging all of my equipment, I can just quickly chuck it in here and I know that everything's charging, and it's super easy because then I can just close the drawer and know that it's all good to go. So I'll check back in once I have done all that. Awesome. So I was able to just reroute all of the cables to get my charging bay all ready to go. I was actually meant to have the client that I had on Tuesday pushed back to Wednesday, and unfortunately they've had to recancel because they're sick. So that'll happen next week, which is fine. So today means that I'm jumping on and finishing off some editing that I shot a couple of weeks ago. So I'm filming a school musical tonight. So that'll be a bit of fun using a 2-camera setup. So I'll show you that next. So the week kind of got away from me. The last time I filmed was Wednesday. It's now Sunday. And on Wednesday I filmed the school musical, and I wasn't meant to film it again. It was meant to just be once off, but it didn't go great. So I went back the next night. My background is actually in teaching. And so alongside this business that I'm trying to create and run, my freelance business, I also do some substitute/TRT relief teaching. So I actually had Thursday and Friday relief teaching as well. I wasn't meant to have anything Thursday, but ended up going back for the musical and shooting that Thursday night, which went a lot better. We got that recorded, which is good for the school. And then Friday, I filmed and shot at a new wine bar that's opening, which is awesome. We had great fun. I was there for a couple of hours shooting photos for that. And there was lots of like industry people there, which was cool. And then Saturday morning, I got asked to come and film a personal trainer, gym client that I work with. She called me up last minute and was like, can I come in? So I ended up doing another shoot there. then went and played football, and then I went back to the wine bar Saturday night and shot again there for a couple of hours, which again was awesome, but it was a busy day. And then Sunday, I went and shot the NBL one out well north. It took me over an hour to get there and get back. It was good, but a girl full cooked her leg, so that wasn't great. But it was a busy one. And now I'm sitting down thinking back over it. And so a week that was meant to have 5 shoots turned into 7 shoots. And yeah, it was hectic. But I've learned a lot about how to film, what to film, and I feel like next week's going to be a little bit better. So follow on for more, subscribe, leave a comment down below of like some of the things that you maybe want to learn or see from this series or just from me in general. And hopefully I can teach you a little bit about what it takes, what it means to run a business in Australia. All right, I'll catch you next week for another video. Bye.